the idea to shoot all the images in at exactly the same time came up the first time here. The simultaneity was necessary to make the images comparable. I wanted to compare the images and investigate their relationships. That's why I needed the images all exposed in exactly the same moment. What I found out here is that the images all came out quite differently. It's almost like every image provides us with a different narrative. And by creating even more diverse images, they would even more, the images would even more challenge each other and even contradict each other in their narrative. So we have here like a close-up that could be a fashion shot, and then the image from above is like almost like a voyeuristic view from out of a window, and then the colored image is almost, it looks like a prison court or something. Well, they're all very different. I'm now very much interested in how we see things. I mean, I was always interested in more in how we see things than rather what we see. I'm never so much interested in what I photograph. I'm really very much interested in how I photograph, or how I can make it look as a photographer. How can I turn reality in something else? And so, as I said earlier, a photograph is determined by the photographer's intentions and decisions. But how much of these intentions and decisions can be revealed to us in a photograph? This question recently became for me a new field of investigation. How much can a photo tell us not only about the photographer's intention, but also about his subjectivity, his desires, his restrictions, his anticipations? Is it possible to create photographs that tell us more about the person who looked through the viewfinder than about what he or she saw in the moment of the exposure? That's what I'm working on since now, like almost 2 years now, and I think that it's in this work already very much. You know, you kind of see like the legs on the left. Oh, it's very blurred, but you see like the photographer looking down, and you could be naked or half naked or whatever. It's like it shows you kind of a lot about that person. And then there's someone, it's really difficult to see here, but it's someone looking at a photograph that is in front of a mirror, and the mirror shows that girl with a scarf. So there's somebody actually interested in a photograph, but by accident he or she sees also that mirrored girl. And then the other image is almost like the viewer is kind of excluded. It's looking through a door that is like almost closed, almost like a secret view. And on the right, it's somebody who looks at like a winter landscape, and by accident, obviously, that girl gets into the photograph. So I was trying to work with that interest. I was just talking about, you know, telling more about the one who looks, the photographer himself.